For decades, factories were the only place where robots truly belonged. They worked behind safety fences, repeated the same motion thousands of times a day, and rarely interacted with people. That is no longer the case. Across China, humanoid robots are beginning to work alongside soldiers, factory employees. Robot dogs are patrolling industrial sites and public spaces. Autonomous machines are sorting packages in warehouses, and service robots are preparing meals, cleaning buildings, and assisting elderly residents. What looked like science fiction only a few years ago is slowly becoming part of everyday life. Over the past 2 decades, China transformed itself into the world's manufacturing center. From smartphones and laptops to electric vehicles, batteries, and household appliances, factories across the country produce an enormous share of the products used every day around the world. But keeping that production growing became increasingly difficult. Wages were rising, factories struggled to hire enough workers for repetitive jobs, and manufacturers faced growing pressure to improve quality while reducing costs. The answer was automation. At first, most of the robots working inside Chinese factories came from foreign manufacturers. Companies from Japan, Germany, and Switzerland supplied robotic arms that could weld car frames, paint vehicle bodies, assemble electronics, and package products with incredible precision. These machines rarely made mistakes, could work around the clock, and completed tasks much faster than human workers. China quickly realized that buying robots was only part of the solution. If it wanted to remain the world's manufacturing leader, it also needed to build its own robotics industry. That strategy produced results at an extraordinary pace. By the end of 2024, more than 2 million industrial robots were operating across Chinese factories. In that year alone, manufacturers installed approximately 295,000 new industrial robots, accounting for about 54% of all industrial robot installations worldwide. No other country comes close to operating automation at that scale. However, industrial robots also have one major limitation. Most of them perform only one job. A robotic arm welded to the factory floor can assemble the same car door thousands of times with almost perfect accuracy. But ask that same machine to walk across the room, pick up a toolbox, climb a flight of stairs, or carry supplies to another workstation, and it simply cannot do it. Factories still depend on people for those kinds of flexible tasks, and that is exactly where China's next generation of robots enters the picture. Almost every workplace on Earth was designed for the human body. Changing every building to suit robots would cost an enormous amount of money. But building robots that can work inside existing buildings may be much cheaper. That is why companies across China are investing heavily in humanoid machines. The goal is not to replace every industrial robot already working in factories. A robotic arm fixed to the floor will almost always weld faster, lift heavier loads, and cost less than a humanoid. Instead, humanoids are designed to perform the thousands of smaller jobs that still require people to move around, carry objects, and adapt to changing situations. A useful humanoid must understand its surroundings before it can do any work. Its cameras identify objects much like human eyes. Sensors estimate distance and measure how much force the robot applies when gripping an object. Microphones receive spoken instructions, while artificial intelligence breaks those instructions into a series of physical actions. Every movement requires the robot to maintain its balance, avoid obstacles, and constantly adjust its hands and feet as conditions change. Even something as simple as picking up a cardboard box is far more complicated than it appears. The robot must recognize the box, estimate its weight, decide where to place its hands, apply enough force to hold it without crushing it, calculate a safe walking path, avoid nearby people, and place the box in exactly the right location. Humans perform these decisions almost instantly because our brains have spent years learning how objects behave. Robots have to learn those same skills from data. This process is often called embodied AI. Instead of creating intelligence that only exists on a computer screen, engineers are teaching artificial intelligence how to function inside a physical body. The robot must not only understand instructions, but also deal with gravity, balance, friction, unexpected obstacles, and objects that never look exactly the same twice. That combination of AI and physical movement is what Chinese companies believe will move robots beyond factory cages and into places where people live and work every day. The question now is which companies are leading that race and how they plan to build these machines in the millions rather than the hundreds. Only a few years ago, the global humanoid robotics industry was dominated by a handful of companies, and most robots existed as expensive research projects. Today, the picture looks very different. China has dozens of robotics companies competing to build machines that are cheaper, smarter, and easier to manufacture. However, whenever people talk about humanoid robots, one company almost always enters the conversation: Tesla. In 2021, Elon Musk announced that Tesla would build a humanoid robot capable of performing repetitive, dangerous, and physically demanding work. Today, that project has evolved into Optimus, a robot that Tesla hopes will eventually work inside its factories before expanding into businesses and homes. On paper, Tesla has several major advantages, but if you look at what is happening inside factories instead of product presentations, China tells a very different story. Tesla is building one humanoid robot. China is building an entire humanoid robot industry. Across the country, companies such as Unitree, UBTECH, XPeng, Galbot, and many others are competing to build better robots at lower prices. Instead of waiting for one company to solve every problem, dozens of manufacturers are testing different designs, different AI systems, and different production methods at the same time. That competition is accelerating development at a pace few countries can match. The difference becomes even clearer when you look at deployment. Chinese humanoid robots are already being tested in automobile factories, electronics plants, warehouses, logistics centers, shopping malls, hospitals, and elderly care facilities. Every day these machines operate, they generate valuable real-world data. Engineers use that information to improve balance, object handling, navigation, and decision-making. Thousands of hours of real work become training material for the next generation of robots. Tesla has demonstrated impressive engineering with Optimus, but its commercial deployment remains limited. China's advantage comes from scale. More companies, more factories, more robots in testing, and more real-world operating data create a feedback loop that becomes stronger every month. This is why many analysts increasingly view China as the center of the humanoid robotics industry. On those measures, China is setting the pace. If that momentum continues, the country could do for humanoid robots what it has already done for electric vehicles, batteries, and drones: turn a promising technology into a globally competitive manufacturing industry. And one of the names attracting the most attention is Unitree Robotics. The company first became known for its agile robot dogs, which were far less expensive than many competing models. Those machines quickly found customers in universities, research laboratories, and industrial inspection projects around the world. After proving it could manufacture advanced robots at relatively low prices, Unitree shifted its attention toward humanoid machines. Its G1 humanoid immediately attracted attention because of its price. While many competing humanoids cost well over $100,000, the G1 entered the market with a much lower starting price at just $16,000, allowing universities, developers, and companies to begin experimenting with humanoid robotics without making the same level of investment. The goal was not to sell millions of robots overnight, but to place more machines into real environments where engineers could improve both the hardware and the software. For many robotics companies, the final destination is not a factory or a warehouse. It is your home. That may sound like the most difficult place for a robot to work, and it probably is. Every house is different. Furniture changes, objects are left in unexpected places, and people constantly move around. A machine cannot rely on a carefully controlled environment the way it can inside a factory. Yet this is exactly where many Chinese companies believe the biggest long-term opportunity exists. However, this is also where expectations often move far ahead of reality. Videos on social media can make it appear as though home robots are ready to replace household workers today. In reality, most of these machines still perform a limited number of tasks under close supervision. They move more slowly than people, require frequent charging, and can struggle with objects they have never encountered before. Even simple chores can become surprisingly difficult. Loading a dishwasher sounds easy until every plate, cup, and spoon is in a different position. Folding laundry becomes much harder when every shirt is a different size and the fabric bends in unpredictable ways. Humans solve these problems without thinking. Robots must calculate every movement, That explains why many experts believe household robots will improve gradually rather than appear overnight as fully capable assistants. Still, every successful trial brings the industry one step closer to that goal, and China believes it has one major advantage that could help it reach that point faster than anyone else: the ability to manufacture robots at a scale few other countries can match. Over the past 20 years, China built one of the world's deepest manufacturing supply chains. The country already produces enormous quantities of batteries, electric motors, cameras, sensors, chips, precision gears, and electronic components. These industries originally grew to support smartphones, electric vehicles, drones, and factory equipment, but many of the same parts are also needed inside humanoid robots. Instead of importing components from different continents, many Chinese robotics companies can source them from suppliers located just a few hours away. And perhaps the biggest advantage, however, is something that cannot be manufactured: data. The more robots operating in the real world, the more data companies collect. The more data they collect, the better their artificial intelligence becomes. That creates a cycle that becomes increasingly difficult for competitors to match. Now here is the most important question. Will it create more jobs than it replaces? Every major technological shift creates the same question. The steam engine changed manufacturing, electricity transformed factories, computers reshaped offices, artificial intelligence is now changing how people work with information. Humanoid robots could become the next chapter, combining physical labor with artificial intelligence in ways that previous machines never could. China sees this technology as a way to solve several problems at the same time. The country's population is getting older, fewer young people are entering the workforce, and many manufacturers continue to face labor shortages for repetitive or physically demanding jobs. Robots could help factories maintain production, support healthcare workers, and take over tasks that many people no longer want to do. From that perspective, robots are not replacing workers. They are filling gaps that are becoming harder to fill every year. History suggests that automation rarely removes every job. Instead, it changes the type of work people do. Factories that once needed hundreds of workers to perform repetitive tasks now employ engineers, maintenance technicians, software developers, and automation specialists to keep robotic systems operating. If humanoid robots become common, demand for these technical roles is likely to grow even further. However, the transition may not be easy for everyone. Workers whose jobs involve repetitive physical tasks could face increasing pressure to learn new skills or move into different occupations. Governments may also need to expand retraining programs and consider new policies to help workers adapt as automation spreads into more industries. Beyond China's borders, another competition is unfolding. The United States, Japan, South Korea, and several European countries are investing heavily in robotics, hoping to lead the next generation of intelligent machines. Companies are competing to build better software, more capable robotic hands, longer-lasting batteries, and cheaper manufacturing methods. The next decade may determine not only who builds the world's robots, but also who sets the pace for the industries that depend on them. So what do you think? Will China become the first country to put intelligent robots into everyday workplaces on a massive scale? Would you trust a humanoid robot to work beside you, or even help inside your home? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.